Hello everyone, the topic for today is the isometric drawing. So before starting the drawing, let me give you a definition for the isometric drawing. So the isometric drawing is the method of using the 2D drawing views and then convert this view into a 3D model. So the main reason of doing this is to provide a 3D view which shows as much details as possible. Is used usually when the drawing required an extra illustrations and to show more details. So the good thing with the isometric drawing, you don't need actually to draw hidden details, and also you don't need to put animation on your drawing, and finally you don't need also to do the center line drawing. So I did this sketch here for you to show you the principal lines, or when we are using them when do the isometric drawing. So in the isometric drawing, the vertical line will remain the same, while the horizontal line will be always inclined by a 30-degree angle. So these are the most important drawing lines, which we call them the principal lines. So this is to draw a vertical line, and this is to draw a horizontal line. So the case always will be, if you're drawing a line in this direction, will be by a 30-degree. While if you're drawing a line in this direction, you will do it in 150-degree, which is still the same 30, but in the other direction. All right, so today we're going to do a drawing for the isometric draw. So if you have a quick look on your exercise book, we have the 8.9 slide block. So in this slide block, as you can see here, you've been given two views, the front view and then the side view. Sorry, the top view. So you've been given some details and for that drawing. So we'll use both of them to regenerate the original 3D solid model. So let's go back to our drawing window. So before we starting doing the drawings, so the most important thing you need to do with the LibreCAD, you should go to the options and then current drawing preferences, and you should select the grid, change the grid into isometric grid. So this will change the grid into isometric view. So we'll show you what the hidden extra axis there. So let me delete this and then start drawing the exercise for you. So before we starting doing the exercise, there's two methods to draw a box in the isometric view. So to draw a line with the angle, we should always use an angle line there. And then we have a vertical line. So forget today anything about the horizontal line, we're not going to use them. So to draw a box, so this is a simple example for you. To draw a box with the inclined angle, so usually we're taking options here. We have an options here for the angle, we'll just change it into a 30, and then the length, which is 100. So if I put it anywhere here, so I'll get the line inclined in a 30-degree angle. So if I have another line, just a vertical line from this end, by the way, you should activate it at this snap at the end point, so you can easily get this point here. So if you got that one here and get another one here, vertical lines, and then easily we can just join these lines. So this is the box looks, how the box looks in the isometric drawing. So this is one method. You should generate it using the direct command, from here, from lines, vertical and then angle line. And there is another way we can use the command window here to draw a lines. If you just grab 2 points lines, and then let's say we just stop this for a while. If you just click anywhere here and then go to this command bar and then type in at, that's mean for the lines, and then the length for the line is 100, and then define the angle as a 30. So it just draw a line in the 30 degrees angle. And then if you keep going with that one at 100 with the 90, so we get a vertical line. And then if we just specify the next point in this method, we will do another 100, but this way will be in the minus direction, will be in the other direction, so it will be minus 100. Still use 30-degree angle. And then specify the last point. You can either join them directly or keep going with the same way at 100 minus 100 because we're going in down. So at 90 because we're going vertical lines. So this is the second method of drawing a line. So the first method is just directly use a command from there, and the second method we just using the command bar from here, typing the command for the lines. So let's start drawing our drawing for today. So let's go back to the exercise there. So on the exercise here, we have the front view, we have some details here, and we have the top view. So we should first imagine that one. That imagine the solid drawing in draft the drawing in a separate paper before you start drawing the actually here. So what I recommend always, you just start from one side that gives more details. So either that side or the other side from here. So for this exercise, I found this side here gives more details because you can see there is some declined surfaces here and some circles. So we can start to draw a vertical line, and then we can start keep going to draw the other details there. So I will start drawing the side view from this point, and then extrude this side view to have the illusion for the extra bit of this drawing. So the first thing, I will use the direct command from here. I used line. So this line will be by 30 angle, by 25. So this is the first line from the side view. So if we go back to the exercise window, so this will be the 25 from here, and then we should go up by the 22. So let's go to do this. We'll just switch the snap tool, and then a vertical line now to go up. Sorry, I just have to use the -22 and put it there, and then we should just go and keep draw the rest of them. So we have another edge going in this direction. I will show you which edge is it. So this is the 22, and then we should imagine there is a surface coming to the front here that contains these surfaces, these circles, because if you look from the top view, these surfaces these holes, it looks like hidden details here. So that means there is an extra bit from that surface coming in this direction. So it's coming in this direction by 12, so I'll go by 12 there. So let's go by 12. In this stage we needed to go in this direction. So what I'm going to do it in minus 12. So this is minus 12 in 30 angle, and then go another vertical line that contains the squares will be 20. Then go back by 12 again. So this is a 12. And then we need to go back to the top of that view. This is supposed to be 24th. And then go back to the by the 25th. 25. And then you just join these points together. So at this stage, imagine you're looking at the solid drawing from this side. You can see this is the general dimension from that side. You can imagine that by inputting a solid model, 3D solid model, and then try to find the right view is the side view and the top view and the front view to get the idea of doing this. I just forgot to do something. I recommend you when you're doing this, you should do it always in the construction layer, because it will be easy for you to do this later on, too many changes. So I'm just going to change them now to construction layers. So construction layer. There's no option in LibreCAD to just directly select all of them. So you should select each line and then construct it. Okay, so we have everything now in constructed layer. So let's put the construction layer here. So now what we need to do, we need just to copy this object and put it in that side by the depth of the object. So we're going to do that by firstly draw a line to show the depth direction. So it will be 150 as we did before, and then the direction will be by 76 in this way. Okay, so this is the depth of the drawing. All right, so this second step, we just need to select the object and then go to the copy. Having specified the reference point, this is the reference point, then go into there. If you want to keep the original, we should keep it now. So by now we have two surfaces exactly the same. If you look at the other details here, we will join all of them. So in this way we can get a picture of what is the solid model supposed to be for these views. So I just simply join all the points there. So this is the general view at this stage of the solid model for that views there. So the good thing, we don't need the details there. We should just delete all the other details which is not required, and then because it will be behind the object there, so I should just simply delete all of them. So I will delete this by using trim, cutting edge, and keep that one. So this is basically the general, at this stage, the general shape of that object. So now what we have to do, we just go to read more details from the exercise. So the exercise tells us about the, so this is the edge which is coming in the front side and then contains two circles there. And so from the top view, we can see there's the holes going all the way down there. So what's the most important? This is the inclined surface here. At this stage, we have all everything as a box here. So we're going just to draw that one here now. So now we can just start to draw the details using the boundary layer, which is the active layer there. So if we just activated the instructions, the instruction snap tools, and then you grab a lines, 2-point lines. So it's not possible at this stage to use a parallel or the offset tools, because the lines is not being offsetted in the right directions, because we are drawing in a certain 30-degree angles. So we are not going to use parallel to parallel this line into the specific distance, specified distance. But what we're going to do, we're going to draw a line in there using the command from the command bar. So we're doing this by selecting the two-point lines and then select this edge here. So if you look at your drawing, you will see this drawing supposed to go to there by 38. So we will see at 38, and then the angle will be 150 because we're going in the other direction. And then we should go back in this way here by the 25, because this is the width for this part here, 25. And then the angle will be, so because we're doing it this way, it will be minus 25 at 30. Then it's supposed to be easily at this stage. So this is the first bit of the line, and then the second bit will be from here. If you look at the exercise, so the line joined between this edge and the other edge here. So I'll grab the line and then go to draw another line. So let's say at this distance I have calculated to be this distance will be 4. So let's say at 4, and the angle will be in the vertical, so it should be 90. So we get that bit here, and then we need to move in this direction. So we will tell the software to go at 25 in the positive direction at the angle of 30. And going down by we don't need actually to go down there at this stage. So now we should just simply draw lines between this edge and this point here, and then another line from there to there. So this is the edge which will be in this direction. So we just need to delete this extra drawing details. So if you just use this snap, the trim, to trim it. Or you don't need actually to trim it, because it's just simply delete it, because it's a construction layers. So this stage we should go back and then just draw the details. That would be simply if you have your construction lines ready, and then you just tick the instructions. It would be easy to follow the lines which is necessary at the end, rather than just keep trimming everything. So I just put these lines because I need to delete these details here. So at this stage, we don't need this one. So now this is the shape, which is nearly the soul that the shape represents the views which is given in the 8.9, the exercise 8.9. So now the only missing things at this stage is the circles, which is the holes here. So we need to specify the center line and then put them together there. So to do this, I'll show you which circles I'm talking about here. So at this stage, we have already drawn all of these details here. So at this front view here, you can see there's some two circles there, 12, the diameter of 12, and then they are exactly at the center of this edge here. So what I'm going to do, I will show you how to specify the center line for each of them. So the first thing, we need to specify the center line in this inclined surface. So to do this, go to the snap tool, just deactivated everything, and then get the middle one, snap middle, and then grab a line from there, select the line, and then go to specify the next point. So the line will go in this direction by 16, specified at 16, and then it will be in the, so this line will be minus 16 in this direction. So this direction I specified to you before, if you're going in this direction, will be minus and minus. So it will be at 16, and then the angle will be 150. So we just need to put the minus sign here, and then click and enter. So we get this point. So this is the point. The end of this line will represent the x-axis, the location for the center line. So I will do the one from this side. So select a line from the center line, and then in this at this point will be positive. So we'll get 150. So the end of this line will be the center line. So I will go to the end point, this one, this time, and then I will grab lines from here. So the lines will be from the middle, and then specify the length of them as a 12. So this will be 12. This will be 12. And then another line in as a 12 from the middle, this direction, another one in this direction. So what I have done, I just put these two together. So this is the center line for the circle before, so to specify the center line exactly. So now I just need to delete the first line. So the first thing you have to do, you just need to specify the location for the center line, and then you should just draw a vertical line and then draw another line with the same radius for that circle. So the circles in the isometric drawing will be always as an ellipse. So I will show you how to draw an ellipse in this phase here. So after we specify the location for these drawings, for this circle, sorry, and then you need to go to the ellipse. But before we doing the ellipse, we should draw the boundary box. So the boundary box is a box in here, which is necessary to draw the ellipse. So the box will be just a vertical line here, and then another vertical line here, and then We have another inclined line in this position, that position. So this rectangular box will contain the ellipse, because otherwise there's no other way to draw it in the isometric drawing. So we'll do the same in this orientation here, and then we have that one here, that one here. So to draw an ellipse here, so go to the ellipse options. Then we have too many options, but we will use the ellipse and describe it. You select that one. So you just need to select the edges now, 4th edges. That's it. So this is the ellipse we're looking for. That same thing we're doing here, just select the edges of the boundary box, and then that's it. So all these details now, you need just to delete them. Same thing in here. Okay. So this is the final shape of the solid drawing, for the 3D solid drawing of this object. As you can see now, this is what the 2D views details give us as a details, as an idea there. So to make sure your drawing was correct or wrong, you just simply draw views back again. So imagine you're looking from the front view, and then you just draw a front view from there, and then the side view, and then the top view there. So the good thing with the isometric drawing now, you don't need to do center lines. Don't put the center lines. So this will be, even in your assignment, don't put the center lines, and even you don't need to put any hidden details there for these holes here. And the other things, you don't need to actually put a dimension. So don't put any dimension. So just leave the 3D object as in this picture here, and then you just need to move it inside your boundary A3 border. That's it for today for the isometric drawing. Thank you for joining me.